President Trump began his term under the strong declaration of America First. Yet, a recent decision by a United States security agency, seemingly influenced by a close friend of Donald Trump Jr., has critics questioning how that motto translates into action. The outcome benefits a Chinese pharmaceutical giant and could cripple an innovative American startup. The story centers on FastWave, a Minnesota-based company specializing in advanced laser catheters for treating arterial calcification. This technology isn't just for medical use. It also boasts military applications, making its export to China subject to strict limitations. In 2021, FastWave accepted a $12 million investment from the Chinese firm Grand Pharmaceutical Group. However, the partnership quickly soured. In January of 2025, FastWave urgently requested a security review of its Chinese investor by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, known as CFIUS. The American startup feared technology theft, a concern amplified after Grand Pharma entered a partnership with a Chinese competitor. FastWave also accused Grand Pharma, which holds a significant 40% stake in the startup, of blocking crucial funding rounds, pushing the American company to the brink of collapse. CFIUS, the agency tasked with reviewing foreign investments for national security risks, noted complexities in FastWave's presentation. It cited alleged contradictions in the company's statements regarding Grand Pharma's role in financing discussions. For instance, FastWave reportedly informed CFIUS in July of 2025 that Grand Pharma had offered no substantial feedback on a funding round. Yet, by August of the same year, the American company reported that Grand Pharma had, in fact, engaged in substantial discussions regarding the financing. This is where political connections enter the narrative. In December of 2025, Grand Pharma hired the lobbying firm Checkmate for $30,000. The firm's chief, Ches McDowell, has a close personal and business relationship with Donald Trump Jr., President Trump's eldest son. McDowell and Trump Jr. have jointly owned property since 2021 and frequently go hunting together. Leveraging these connections, McDowell secured a personal meeting for Grand Pharma's attorney with the CFIUS chairman in January of 2026. FastWave, the American startup, was only able to connect with staff members by telephone. At the end of January of 2026, CFIUS delivered its verdict. It rejected FastWave's application. The stated reason was not national security concerns, but rather the alleged inconsistencies found in FastWave's documentation. Scott Nelson, the chief executive officer of FastWave, voiced his company's dismay, stating they had faced opaque and highly unusual procedural decisions. He highlighted that CFIUS issued its rejection on the very last day of a 200-day review period after FastWave had diligently answered 29 comprehensive questionnaires, but without granting the company an opportunity to correct or clarify the disputed information. The incident has ignited a firestorm of criticism. Prominent figures, including Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren and the conservative Hudson Institute, view this as a troubling example of problematic influence on critical government decisions. They raise serious questions about transparency and fairness in the regulatory process, especially when national security and American innovation are at stake. The White House, however, has denied any accusations of wrongdoing. The unfolding saga surrounding FastWave, Grand Pharma, and the CFIUS decision, significantly shaped by the involvement of a close associate of President Trump's son, leaves many unanswered questions. It casts a shadow on the very principles of America First, suggesting how deeply personal connections could potentially sway the course of crucial national security and economic policies within the United States. What's your take on Trump Jr. friends Lobbying aids China hurts United States firm. Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.